We're back. We spoke about a school of thought that we need to have our own school of thought as a race. They have their own schools of thought. Yeah. Oh, Mane, oh, Plato, oh, Archimedes, oh, Spinoza, oh, Voltaire. All kinds of schools of thinking, philosophy, and thoughts on how to navigate the space that we're in. We are in trouble because we don't seem to have a plan on how to navigate our space amongst other creatures as a race. I don't want to talk on behalf of other people. I can't say I have an understanding of what they go through in their own communities, but we stick here to the African community as a whole. So it's Wisdom Tuesday. It's very vital that we must speak things of wisdom before we close it. Someone in the group sent me something very interesting to speak to our topic, as you can see over there. It's called the beer scone. As you can see over there. As you can see, that's your Alfa Romeo logo, essentially. Those who drive Alphas. Now, the background behind this kind of drawing, where you see a serpent swallowing a man, they said that in Milan, it's taken to represent a snake or a dragon swallowing a Moor. If you understand who the Moors are, then you remember that it's those groups of black folks who were ruling Europe at the time. So all of these things, as you can see, they're right in front of you. No one is hiding from you. You drive these cars and these are the symbols that they have. As I always say, everything is right in front of you. No one is hiding anything. The only problem is you lack the knowledge and the wisdom to interpret what you see in front of you. So this one is a very glaring example of what I mean by that. And I'm sure some of you have seen some of these, this one in particular, in some of your churches. And what you call these things? Cathedrals, especially, because it's usually the cathedrals who have these very elaborate European paintings. And your city centers there, where you have Victorian age kind of buildings and things, or Georgian during the times of King George as well, you know. So look at all those buildings from the times of 1800s, 1700s, when they started claiming this land as their own. And then you pick up the symbolism right in front of you in the city centers. Lapha go Tegwini, nago Johannesburg, nago Pretoria especially. There's a lot of symbolism there. People telling you what they're up to. And you sit there, you imagine that you have friends. My people, you have no friends. Nowhere in the universe is someone waiting for you to be a friend. No one is standing by you. You lost the plot. You betrayed the people who were standing by you because you couldn't be satisfied. Your dissatisfaction, your inability to be satiated, always looking for more than what you have, is what got you here. So yes, not even the angels, or you call them Izitunya, are with you. None. Especially on this planet. It's very unfortunate, because the reality of the situation is 9 out of 10 of the Izitunyas or angels that you're going to bump into are the fallen, who were chased out of their particular place, Wavali's sliding door. 9 out of 10. It's very uncommon that you bump into any angel that is probably coming through the sliding door. It's a very, very serious special case for that to happen. So all these tunyas that you are busy here kupularing and claiming, hey, angel hours, 11, 11, 12, 12. Those are all fallen. This is what you are surrounded by on this planet, in the universe, everywhere. I said in the previous video that we were thrown into a boxing ring and they shut the door. It's like being thrown into a pot there and you close the lid and you set the thing on fire. And you'll see which one will come out at the top first. It's like separating cream from the milk. The milk will have to, this cream will have to rise to the top. There's no choice in this matter, and no one is your friend. So it worries me that you are running around pasharing and kneeling and bowing to entities that are not for you. They're not your friends. You don't have any friends anywhere. It should be very obvious by now. It should be very obvious. It's been 2,000 years plus. Defeated, subjugated, abused, killed. It should be clicking by now that, well, you have no friends. No one is here rooting for black folks anyway. You're on your own. So, just wanted to remind you once again, because you people tend to forget very quickly. You know, I was looking at a special by BBC there talking about the scourge of these charismatic pastors who are abusing you and making you do crazy thing while they pickpocket you. Just the previous day before that, I was looking at some inyanga person there. It was some pastor doing a blood ritual there for him, so that he becomes famous and respected. This is the type of people we are doing with. I don't even want to share those videos here because I don't want to contaminate my own messages by constantly driving your attention to these things. But you see these things everywhere. We are at the time where all these things must come to the light. Nothing is hidden. The only problem is here. You see, the optical nerve going into the occipital lobe there at the back is not registering with the rest of the gray matter. You know, that's the problem. You're not picking up obvious things. It's very disturbing, honestly. If you went into the Vatican and saw that Saint Peter's Basilica there, looked at all those paintings, look around in Rome, you Catholics, and you'll see the symbols there for what they are, and you'll be shocked. It's very disturbing that you don't see these things, but they are right in front of you. Symbols, portals, you know, spells and incantations, and what you call these things? Totems. Everywhere. Very high level wizardry in your churches. But somehow you're not appalled. If you saw the spirits that operate in those churches, if you saw the spirits that operate as in Dumbin, if you understood what they are, you wouldn't be doing all these things. It's been 2,000 plus years and you still are refusing to get this shit. You are on your own. You don't have friends. Stop bowing so much. Get up. Get up and fight. Do something. Organize your communities. Why are you needing to be constantly on your knees begging and crying for nonsense from nonsensical people? Why is this need? Why are you feeling so incapable that you're always needing to kneel? Always needing a religion of some kind. But you see, it doesn't end with these religions and practices that you call cultural, the Bungomazims and all these things. It doesn't end there. It even goes to our relationship with plants. Even the plants were involved somewhere there. You see what happened in that garden, the so-called Garden of Eden there. What was actually happening in that place was a dispossession. See, if you understand symbolic meaning, you will understand that it's not that something was gained by man over there. They didn't gain anything. In fact, they lost something. And that something was the immortality. So something took from them the immortality, and the tree was used to do that. It didn't give them intelligence, this forbidden tree. This is why they talk in the symbolic thing of you will surely now die. They're trying to tell you there that that tree was used to take from you what you possessed as immortality. Because when you really understand this thing about the creator of the universe and his works, he doesn't create incomplete things because he is complete. Now, if he created a man being complete, then you must understand that man surely would not be having an issue about dying or expiring in that way. Now, also, seemingly man was cursed to give birth again, a person or a being that doesn't need to reproduce or need to die, doesn't need those things. So it's a symbolic thing that something was gained from you, and the tree was involved. You ate the fruit, the forbidden one. Now, you speak to the plants, they will tell you, well, they were involved in there. And we say in the African sense that when plants are able to take or give, performing magical aspects of expression, you call that ikubalo. I talk about magic and healing and the differences between the two in one of these videos here. I'll probably link it up there. You know this, and unfortunately, my people, you just never seem to pick up the obvious things. It's very obvious that you ate something which took from you. It didn't give you anything, actually. Because had it given you something, then it would have elevated you to a particular state. But instead, you became less than, and you became prone to and susceptible to death. You die now. You get sick now. All kinds of things are happening to you on this planet. So you lost the highest level of wisdom, which allowed you to work with nature and cooperate with it. And this tree spirits were involved in this. All of these trees, they know. That's why I say in the group there, good team, when you're dealing with these herbs, always be cognizant that they betrayed us somewhere. You see, it's very serious. Remember that the trees betrayed us. They need to tell their story. They need to tell us what their role was and how much they are willing to work to fix that mess. We also need to take our own accountability into focus, where we must account for the fact that we messed up. It doesn't matter that we were not there. Those were our fathers or mothers, whatever, what have you. That's where we come from. We come from a place where we made a mess. And we must start the process of cleaning it up. It's very important. And it's not going to be overnight to clean up a mess that is more than 3,000 years old. It's not going to be a walk in the park. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to happen over 2 months or a year. We are 3 years in this channel. We haven't gotten that far in terms of reaching people. And that should tell you that there's a very long road to go. There's no rush. That's Jahendao. But that's the fact. You don't have friends anywhere. You can run to the plants and decide, yeah, uzosebenzisa imithi, and the imithi will betray you. Because you don't understand the interrelationship between us and them, where it comes from. Sikweletana in, because sikweletana quite a lot, actually. You see. Le mithi iyasebenza ukusihlandla. I wonder if people understand the meaning of ukuhlandla. Anyway, yasihlandla ke imithi ke sagcina siyinqunu nje basinje. And there's another symbolism that you find in the text where suddenly kwakuba khona ukuba nqunu. That was not a physical nqunu, but it meant that something had been taken. Yeah, I'm breaking down the symbolism now, because you see, you people don't catch things. You don't catch uphica. And this is the thing that Baba Muto was doing a lot when he spoke. He was picturing. And that's very sad that he has to do that, because we are trying to get you to a space where your minds are open, but at the same time, it's very risky to just open things up like that, because the enemy is also listening at this alongside. Also, the problem being the cement that has set in your cranial matter is very far from actually cracking. It's cured. So you can break it down and make it simple, like I am trying to make it simple. You still won't catch it. So there's a lot of symbolism that is at play here. But the bottom line is, someone somewhere knew Uti, between us and the plants, there's unfinished business. So even with the herbs, I say it again, tread carefully. Pay attention to these spirits of the herbs. Understand what they are, what they are about. Speak to them. They must tell you their story. And then you must combine that story and see if it makes sense and it's profitable. It's real serious. You have no friends anywhere. You see, I say, you can stop listening to Mkizwanen right now. Utiazin, I'm going to leave Mkizwanen and go do my thing over there. You will find the enemy waiting for you. You find them waiting. You go to church, you will find them waiting. You go to the clubs there, you find them waiting. You will decide, I don't care about anything spiritual anymore or religious. I'm just going to live my life. You will find them there. You will decide that you want to go and drown yourself in work. Yes, there are also spirits waiting for you there to make you a slave to work, make you a slave to education, make you obsessed with your ego and all these degrees. Yeah, get more degrees there, become this something, so that people will respect you. Everywhere you go, you are surrounded by your enemy. It's very serious. You are not in a place where you are free. I don't know where you are so obsessed this thing of pursuit of freedom. This is not a place for freedom. This is a boxing ring, and the match is on, and the only people who are not pulling the punches is us. Everyone understands their story, just not us. So we are breaking down your story. That's what we are trying to do. And the first thing that you must learn and understand in your mind, in your soul, in your consciousness, is that as black people, you don't have friends. Not in the spiritual realm, not in the physical realm. No one is your friend here. So what do you need to do? Find out, what are you? What is this thing of a black person? What is it? Who is he? Why is he so different? Why is he so unwanted anywhere? Why is everything against him? Understand the nature of who we are. Understand yourself. That is the biggest wisdom for today. Don't come here thinking someone somewhere is waiting to do something for you. You don't have any friends in any of the realms. And now no one is hiding anything from you. They know exactly what they're doing to you, and they've been doing it for a long time, right in front of your face. There's nothing new under the sun. Nothing. So go out there and fight this war. You have no choice. The war is on. You are the only one who's not pulling the punches. It's time to start doing something about that. We can't be found constantly hiding and running away. It's time.
Champion!